Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevrolet Video Sports Update. The national conversation has centered around the U.S. men's national team. Got out of group play, beat Ghana, tied Portugal, or was tied by Portugal, and then lose to the Germans 1-0, but still get through on a goal differential with Portugal. That's all it takes. It's the same thing as any other sport trying to get into the playoffs, so to speak, and that's where they are. In the final 16, the tournament, the knockout round, whatever you want to call it, the round of 16 against the Belgians coming up on Tuesday. Could be that Josie Altidore will come back and play. Doubtful he would play the entire 90 minutes, but it would be nice at least to have the threat of him in the game, and I think that is important. Big, sturdy striker up front that could change the way the game is played. Certainly it would have changed the way the Americans could have played against the Germans, but a 1-0 loss was as good as anything else to get them through. Belgium is a very solid team, but not a team that the Americans should fear, and vice versa. The Americans are also a very solid team, but the Belgians will not fear us because of maybe the lack of tradition. And even though that many of the players who play for the U.S. men's national team do play overseas, whether it's in the Premier League or the Bundesliga or La Liga, it is because we don't have a soccer tradition, so to speak, they won't have a tremendous amount of respect for us. I will say that most observers of the game for years and years, even internationally, have been surprised by the way the Americans have comported themselves and have conducted themselves and have gone about their business to get into the round of 16, because there were so many people, and even some of the so-called experts, that didn't think that the U.S. had a chance to get out of there. And I give so much of that credit to Klinsmann. He is a dynamite coach, a dynamite motivator, personality. And when he was here, and the team was training here, and you talked to the players, you could see they had a lot of respect for the fact that he didn't just talk about the X's and O's of the game, or he never said, look, I was the greatest player on earth for a little while, and I won a World Cup, and this is what you should do. He took a very full approach to the game, from rest, nutrition, training, nuance, stamina, almost everything. And the players really appreciate that, and how he is very Gus Bradley-like, and he is pulling the players along with the opportunity to make them and help them get better and at their best of ability. He's also a very encouraging guy. When you hear him talk to his players when you went to practice here, you could probably hear that, and he has been even immediately after losing to Germany and saying how fantastic it was to get out of that particular group. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk before that. Also, Patrick Young is signed with the New Orleans Pelicans. I do think that Patrick was probably better served by not being drafted in the second round. I know it's everybody's dream to hear their name called, but nonetheless, this is a better opportunity for him to go to a team that needs somebody like him. And whether or not he sticks with them or not, I think Patrick will show enough in the rookie league, which comes up, the development league coming up in Las Vegas, and he will also show enough in any time that other coaches see him. He will have a job in the league, I think, for quite a while. It may not always be with the Pelicans, but I think somebody's going to need Patrick Young. That big, sturdy body that's got a high motor, as they say, is always a valuable thing in the league. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update.